Good afternoon, I'm Jeff. I'm a Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at property address 1792 Southeast Dowery Lane here in Hillsboro. We're located at the right side of the home. We have a 3-inch ABS cleanout as our point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running. Here we go. Transitions here over to PVC pipe. Appears to just be a change to 4-inch. And this joint here is showing some level of separation. And then this right here appears to be a tie-in, I'm guessing, for the neighbor. I'm going to try and locate this as best I can. We've got some settling that's occurred here. But generally, once you've hit a connection like this with another line tying in, you have reached the point of, or the end of responsibility. As we push the camera out here a bit while it was paused, we'll keep the camera live when we reel it back. This is as far out as I'm able to go here. We're hitting an offset joint the camera can't pop over the top of, but just before that, if you look ahead there, we've got roots coming through the top of the pipe. We've got some other roots here that we'll show in just a second when we reel back. We've got more roots coming in here at 62 feet, and by this point we have multiple different tie-ins coming into the top of the pipe. My guess is this is all shared once you get past about 42 feet. So you need to contact the city or the HOA to find out how responsibility is divvied up here, because there are some sewer issues to be dealt with. Unfortunately, this is in the neighbor's backyard. The line actually crosses over on their side of the fence. This is the house directly to the right of this home. Then we have another offset and separated joint here at 45 feet, which is also in the neighbor's backyard. We'll see if we can get permission to go over there. We do have some large dogs next door, so we're not going to sneak onto the property or anything like that. So I just just knocked at the neighbors next door. We're not getting an answer at the doorway, so I'm not going to be able to go in the backyard here and mark that. Again, that separation is right at a point where we've already hit a tie-in. This would appear to be the neighbor's house to the right of this one tying in here, and we saw water flowing from it when we were coming out, so that is an active sewer line. We have a separation here at 43 feet as well as at 45 feet. At this point, not affecting functionality in a huge way, but we do have an edge on the pipe here that debris can get hung up on. And the amount of large trees are in that backyard, and as well as the root intrusions we've seen so far, more than likely you've got roots wrapped around the pipe that are torquing on it and starting to pull it apart. I do recommend a spot repair to correct that there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get back there to locate it. And then we have a belly here in the line. We've got an inch of standing water. Still at an inch. We'll kind of let this settle back into place here for a second. All right, we had some running water there for a moment. I had to go turn the washing machine off. At this point here, though, we're back down to a trickle. This way we can accurately measure the water here, but immediately once you go into the belly, you've got an inch of standing water. And at at least an inch of water at least a 5-foot section of pipe is where I recommend repairs at. Anything less than that is basically completely controlled by the homeowner's living habits. But this one's hitting that mark here. So, All right, we made contact with the neighbors here, so I am going to push out and get this spot marked here. Again, my camera is not able to pop over the top of this. It's offset to the point where the camera just won't bend over it. Yeah, this particular spot here is now on this side of the fence here. It ends up crossing back over. I put a white X marking at the rear right corner of the property. It's a very difficult spot to locate, but it is smack dab next to some huge trees there. So I would recommend informing the HOA of the issue. Okay, this is marked underneath the picnic bench of the neighbor's backyard. And because of that bench there, I cannot get an accurate locate, but I have put an X marking there as a rough location. Now here's our belly here. We may have roots coming in through this belly here. The water obstructs our view, unfortunately, but in and amongst that water there, it looks like I could see a stringy, strandy item coming down from the right side of the pipe. Okay, we do have a belly here. We've sloshed a lot of water out of it at this point. We've got starts at 35 feet, extends to 42 feet. About 5.5 feet deep, and it is in the neighbor's backyard. It's marked with white paint. I recommend a correction there to fix that belly to improve flow. Now we're just about back to the clean out here. Once again, we have a belly from 35 feet to 42 feet I recommend fixing. And then beyond that, there's a couple other spots where we've got separated joints as well as roots coming in. So I would forward the video to the HOA so they're aware of that. Aside from those spots, the rest of the line's in good shape. Currently, there is adequate flow to the main. It's not the kind of flow I'd like to see, but we don't have a significant amount of debris buildup that's telling me that it's just going to back up on you tomorrow. But these issues can slowly build up debris to the point where they block the line up. We're going back under the home here. Just checking for any settled pipe. And that was the end of the main line inside the house. This is all looking good here. There's no standing water, breaks, or cracks. It's functioning. So I would recommend a rescope after any repair work is done to ensure it was done correctly. We're going to go ahead and reel the camera out. Alright, we were locating, again, this is the house to the right. The line kind of goes through that fence line there, goes to the back of the property, and then turns, and it kind of comes back across this property. We've got roots and separations right here, straight back from where we're pointing, at the rear right corner of this backyard. And then we've got a belly and some separated joints over in the backyard of the neighbor's house. So you'll kind of have to go through the video to divvy all those up, but I would forward that on to the HOA so they're aware of it and hopefully put on their repair schedule.